The following sports presentation is brought to you by the PCTV Network, powered by TELUS Vision, your hometown station. We're home for you.
It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. That's our slogan, but I dare adjust. And it's the truth, and it fits best. The PCTV Network, your number one source for local sports, with your favorite hosts, Bernie, Dave, Al, and Scott. The PCTV Network, we're home for you. It's more than a slogan, it's all true. Local programming, stream 24/7, the PCTV Network. It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. Check out channels 22, 28, and 98. Tune in, it's sure to be great. The PCTVNetwork.com, The PCTVNetwork.com, The PCTVNetwork.com, Make sure you support PCTV Network, PCTVNetwork.com, your hometown station.
The PCTV Network proudly presents High School Football 2021, Wissahickon versus Owen J. Roberts. Live, well, we're live at Henry J. Burnett Field here in South Coventry. Steve Karabatis alongside Bernie Gallagher as we're watching an incredible football game, or what we hope to be an incredible football game tonight, between two teams that have already played one game, but each of them has lost in a very heartbreaking way, but very different heartbreaking way in their openers. We'll start with Wissahickon first and talk about their loss, 43-0 last week to Upper Dublin, a team that they really thought that they might be able to beat, and yet didn't turn out that way at all, Bernie.
Upper Dublin is a very good football team on paper, make no mistake about it. They tested both the offensive and defensive lines of Wissahickon. But a little bit about Wissahickon, the Trojans. You know, you go back 70 years, the biggest game around here in Bucktown was the Trojans of Pottstown. This is a different Trojan. They're Wissahickon out of Ambler, Pennsylvania, which is just off Route 309, Bucks County area, and they compete in the Suburban One Conference. They are a team that is a little lean in the defensive secondary and wide receiver, but they have a running back, number 25, Kyle Lehman, who is a Division I lacrosse player, and he's also an excellent running back. If his offensive line can get that wide base, drive off low, move legs after contact, give this kid some open space, he can be sensational. But make no mistake about it, they're at the end of their game, the penalties, the turnovers, the special teams, it just doesn't add up to a W. They're going to have to play much better this week to beat an improved O&J team.
And that improved O&J team is coming off a heartbreaking overtime loss, 17-14 on opening week, and they had it going on with a pretty good running back of their own.
Avery Grimm is the engine that drives this train. Owen J. Roberts Wildcats, led by their head coach, Rich Koka, now in his sixth season. It was a storied program, a little bit of a downslide. He comes over from Muhlenberg, where he won a district title. He's a two-sport star graduate of Albright College. He runs that spread offense. He has turned things around. They have made the playoffs 3 of his 6 years, counting the COVID year last year, where they had reduced amount of teams go to the playoffs. But he is one of those video game guys that just loves to open it up. But he's a good enough coach to know, I got a big hog offensive line. I got a stud running back who was number 2 in the league 1 year ago. And last week, talk about a player's dream. You're a senior. It's opening night. The very first play of the game, you have the ball on your own 6-yard line. What does Grimm do? He goes 94 yards for a touchdown. But when you go down to that fourth quarter and why they lost that game to a pretty good Conestoga team, we talked last week about the big 3. Special teams, penalties, and turnovers. Turnovers were not too bad. Only 1 interception, no fumbled. 6 penalties, but 3 of them were false starts on a drive that could have won the football game. But special teams, they lined up for a 31-yard field goal to force double overtime, and it was blocked. Just proves again the importance of special teams. It is imperative that they improve in special teams. If they do, this is a pretty good football team. They'll have the upper hand.
Sounds like a lot of those mistakes are the kinds of mistakes you make on opening night, and maybe on the second night of the year, that's not going to happen. We're going to come right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
An orthopedic institute is more than a name. It's a unique care model based on quality and compassion. Decades devoted to research and clinical trials, the development of new surgical techniques, and physicians who outperform the field. What you get from our institute is more options and more answers. For your orthopedic care, think Rothman first.
New office and 7-day urgent care now open in Limerick.
And we welcome you back to Henry J. Burnett Field here in South Coventry. Steve Karabatis alongside Bernie Gallagher. And we're calling the action tonight between O&J Roberts, the Wildcats, and the Wissahickon Trojans. And we're getting ready for the coin toss here in a second.
And Steve, this is a big game for O&J. The playoff points are so critical. This year, 16 teams will go to District 1, Class 6A, the big boy classification, which O&J Roberts participates in. They lost last week. They don't get any. They will get some points should Conestoga win some games along the way, but it's a 10-game season, and in November, the points decide who goes to the playoffs.
Teams sending out their captains now for the coin toss. They're exchanging pleasantries out in midfield.
I want to thank the athletic director, Randy Cuthbert, for making us feel very welcome here. Our producer, Gus Tellis, making this whole thing happen. And, Steve, it's good to be back working with you again.
Great to be back with you, Bernie. It's been a while. Let's not make it this long again.
Pastor Steve, how's that church going, all right?
Church is going great. Yeah, absolutely. We've been able to stay open for the last few months for sure, and hopefully that'll stay the case.
And as we saw and we talked about in the pregame, the game last week, O&J Roberts, number 2, one of the captains out there, Avery Grimm, 21 carries, 238 yards. You do the math.
That's more than 10 yards a carry, Bernie.
That's 11.3 yards per carry. He is a stud behind a pretty big offensive line. However, Wissahickon has 2 brothers that average 6'4", 300 pounds. And we're going to have to keep an eye on them tonight. The Federer brothers, Jake and Jarrett, both getting a Division I look. 300 pounds will get you a look.
It sure will. And one of them is only a sophomore. Jarrett is only a sophomore.
And that'll get you a good grocery bill for mom and dad, too.
It sure will. The poor Federers are probably taking out a mortgage just to afford to feed the boys.
And, Steve, I would be remiss without just mentioning on a more somber note, we at the PCTV Network family send our thoughts and prayers out to the family of Ron Gumbarge, an outstanding athlete at Pottstown High School, participated against O&J in a lot of those Thanksgiving Day games. He was an all-state wrestler, a great teacher at Pottstown High School, and he has been taken much too early, and God bless his family. Our hearts are broken.
O&J getting set to kick off. Wissahickon will be receiving. They will be going from left to right on your television screen to start the game.
Wissahickon sporting some nice uniforms there. I like them.
They do. Very reminiscent of the old Chargers uniforms. I was thinking to myself
like
earlier.
Chargers
Chiefs game.
Chiefs game.
Yep.
Old AFL. And the TV numbers are usually on top of the shoulder pads. They chose to go old school, put the numbers on the side, and we are ready to start.
Andrew Calamaro will be doing the kicking here for O&J. And we're underway. The ball is fielded by number 2. That's Thomas Brahim. And he brings it back to the 30-yard line. Let's call it the 26-yard line where Wissahickon will start their drive.
Football is a game of field position. When your kickoff team pins them inside the 25-yard line, O&J one up right away.
So it's officially, looks like it's going to be at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for Wissahickon.
If you like video game football, Steve, 4 wide. The quarterback's going to go under center.
Yeah, it's Aiden DeFeo going under center to start. Barking out signals and handoff to start the game. Number 25, Kyle Lehman. Takes it around the end, gains about 3 yards.
This Wildcat defense, noted for their ferocity, they are tough against the run. However, the analytics of last week's game, defensive secondary, passing yardage allowed, too much 1 week ago.
That's not quite hurry-up offense, but they do get under center pretty quickly. And another handoff to Lehman. He's backed up a little bit. There is a flag on the play as he's pushed out of bounds at the 31. We'll check the flag.
Good pursuit by the Wildcat defense. So much of it is your pursuit angle. You hear coaches, the mantra, say hit, shed, pursue. You hit the guy across from you, you shed him, and you find the football.
The call is holding against the offense. O&J trying to decide if they're going to take this penalty, and it looks like they will.
Yeah, rather than 3rd and 6, you'll end up with probably 2nd and 21 or 2nd and 16.
And this will back Wissahickon all the way back to the 20-yard line.
O&J had that game put away seemingly 1 week ago. Conestoga scored 2 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes and a field goal in overtime to hand the Wildcats their loss.
Going shotgun this time. We got DeFeo rolling to his left. He throws against his body, a pretty throw, very nice throw, and it looks like that's a first down, all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Michael's on the receiving end, and I'll tell you what, Cashman had him blanketed. It's amazing the ball got in there, and the kid showed the hands to come up with it. That'll move the sticks.
22-yard gain for Michaels on that catch. Shotgun again. DeFeo calls a snap. He throws to the left. And running up the left sideline, that's number 19, Ramel Brooks.
Well, the spread offense, it's nothing new anymore. You know, about 10, 15 years ago, the philosophy is simple. Spread the defense out, create more space, and play basketball on turf.
And my correction there, that was, again, Michaels on that catch. So that's his second reception of the game. Quick snap and dropped right at the 50.
Havrillack, number 55 in red, was the PAC Conference two-way player of the year in the entire league. Keep an eye on number 55 in red. He is special.
3-yard loss there. Setting up for a 2nd and 13 here. DeFeo takes the snap, and he hands it. Oh, a big tackle in the backfield. Lehman thrown for a big loss by, you guessed it, number 55.
Dominic Franks, 51 on the blitz, wreaking havoc in there. This Wildcat defense now, you look at your play chart on 3rd and 19. It's not a favorable play chart. Maybe some type of a screen. They're going to go 4 wide shotgun.
Setting up at their own 44-yard line, 3rd and 19. DeFeo looks to his left, points to his left, takes the snap. He's back to throw, looking deep. He's up the middle. He's going to run it. Taking off, he's across the 40 and out of bounds at the 40, just shy of the first down, 3 yards shy.
That's a big play because now you're in fourth, probably going to go for it on 4th down. You got 4th and 3. You're down on the opponent's 40-yard line. So this defense needs to rise up. They're burning valuable time off the clock, keeping the O&J offense off the field.
DeFeo in shotgun. He's got Lehman to his right. Takes a snap. He's going to throw it. Looking over the middle, and that's complete for a first down to number 2, Raheem Thomas.
Well, I talked about a couple minutes ago. O&J, great on run game offense, great on run game defense. Their vulnerability early on, if you punch the information into the computer, pass yardage allowed, they're giving up some big plays in the secondary early on.
Wissahickon at the O&J 29-yard line. Snap, handoff a little sloppy there, and thrown for a loss is Kyle Lehman.
Franks and Havrillack in there again, creating all kinds of problems. You know, manageable second down. 2nd and 14, that's not manageable, although we are in 4-down territory. You need 3 plays to get 14 yards.
DeFeo again in the shotgun, again with Lehman to his right, and he rolls to his right, throws, and he's got it complete to number 9, Chase Bethea, who is dropped at the 31-yard line.
That's okay. Keep everything in front, a gain of 3 or 4 yards. I'll take it. Now you got 3rd and 10.
They gave him progress to the 28, so it will be, looks like about 3rd and 9.
Favorable spot. They will not be looking for field goals. Their kicker is injured, will not play tonight.
DeFeo on the right hash. Takes the snap, looks to his left, throws right over the middle, wide open, number 9. And he breaks a tackle, and he's looking down inside to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Wissahickon, number 9, Chase Bethea.
Now they're sitting in a zone, and they're mixing in some man with safety help over the top. Pass defense getting shredded right now.
Still on the right hash, moving with a semi-hurry-up offense here. It's certainly a no huddle for sure. Now taking a look to the sideline for the call.
DeFeo, number 7 in white, is dissecting the O&J secondary right now.
DeFeo has been pinpoint precise on all his throws so far. Play clock down to 5. And it looks like we may have a timeout. And it is going to be a timeout, Wissahickon. So we will be back after these messages.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Yakalack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
We welcome you back. No score in the game yet, but Wissahickon is driving and they are threatening. We've got a 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. And Aiden DeFeo behind center, actually in the shotgun now. And he goes up the middle on a quarterback draw, takes it down to the 4-yard line. It looks like they might give him just in front of that.
You know, he's 185. He's a strong, compact 185. He's a senior, DeFeo. So he's been in the wars. He's battle-tested. They cannot get a first down. It is 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal, looks like down at about the 4-yard line. DeFeo in the shotgun again. And here comes the snap. He rolls to his left, looks like he's going to take it, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Aiden DeFeo. 6-0 Wissahickon.
Too easy. Offensive line getting off the ball. DeFeo, a sound decision maker. And he's got the opening and extends the ball. Lucky he didn't fumble it. But here you go. Now they have their kicker is in street clothes. He will not play. So number 40 is in to attempt the kick. Matt Frankenfield. This could be an adventure. A left-footed, brand new kicker making his first high school attempt.
And here's the snap. Frankenfield. Oh, he's blocked. And it's no good. 6-0 after the block kick. And we will be back to Henry J. Burnett Field with the score: Wissahickon 6, Wildcats 0.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside. Kept on saying,
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
And we're back with the score 6-0 Wissahickon. Getting ready to kick off now is Matthew Frankenfield, the freshman kicker, as Bernie Gallagher just told you, making his first appearance of the season after an injury took away the normal kicker for the team last week.
That drive took a ton of time off the clock. We're down to 6:28 already left in quarter number 1.
And here's the kick. Looks like it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. Oh, it's going to be dropped at the 10-yard line. That ball's for. That's a live ball. And it's picked up. It's being run up the sideline and brought down at the 42-yard line. Bernie, that was one of the ugliest great plays I've ever seen.
That's a go to church on Sunday bounce, and the ball lands in the breadbasket of the best running back in the league, Grimm. They're lucky they tackled him because he had sights set on the end zone. And the freshman kicker did a good job of kicking the ball away from Grimm, but Grimm ends up with the ball anyway.
I don't think they planned it that way, Bernie, but it turned out okay.
No, Coach Coca told me that's in their playbook.
That was called. Okay,
yeah,
got it. So O&J takes over at their own 42-yard line. We got 1st and 10. Quarterback back in a shotgun formation, and the handoff running straight up the middle. Oh, weaving in and out. That's number 2, Avery Grimm.
The record-breaking running back, number 2 in the conference 1 year ago. He is shifty. One of the things they look for is not just height, weight, 40-yard dash time, bench press. How is your lateral mobility? The ability to stop and start, shift left, shift right, make people miss. It is rare to get a good shot on number 2 in red.
We got Michael Reed in the shotgun, again to Grimm, again up the middle, and a first down to the 45-yard line of Wissahickon.
That big hog offensive line, and they are going to get after you. And Coach Coca is a spread offense guy. He loves that video game football, but he's also a very intelligent guy. You got a running back like this, you have a stud offensive line, just smash mouth right down their throat till they stop it.
Grimm set up to Reed's right. In the shotgun, Reed right at the 50, throws a little screen pass to the right. And it's fumbled, and it looks like it's recovered by Wissahickon.
Well, you hear wide receiver coaches say it a million times in practice, catch and tuck. Tuck the football in close to your chest plate, cup the front end with your forefingers, the back tips in your armpit. That ball was not secured. So our first turnover of the night, and let's see if they get points off turnover.
Yastin Schroem had caught that ball, made a real nice move in the middle, but was stripped of the ball. And Wissahickon will take over near midfield
great field position on their own 48-yard line.
So DeFeo back under center, 1st and 10. He hands off to number 25, Kyle Lehman, who is dropped for no loss and a flag on the play.
Yeah, Lehman's going to touch the rock a lot tonight, as I stated earlier. Division I lacrosse player, number 25 in white. He can play a little football too, but here we see special teams, penalties, turnovers, rearing their ugly head early on.
Oh, we got an unsportsmanlike conduct, a face mask against O&J. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
So O&J with all three criteria: problems on special teams, problems with turnovers, problems with penalties. That does not equate when you punch that into the computer and the analytics. That equals a capital L.
So Wissahickon now at the O&J 40-yard line after what was a loss is now turned into a gain because of the penalty. DeFeo calls out the signals. He takes a snap. He rolls to his right. He's looking, and he has hit number 25, Lehman. And Lehman will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they're going to give him.
Burgess, Ned Burgess with a big hit. Burgess, one of the stars from last week, with a big interception 1 week ago.
So DeFeo has looked sharp. No gain on that play, but he's looked sharp the entire game. 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, looks to his left, throws to his left. Number 9, that's Chase Bethea. And he gains 5 yards. Going to make it 3rd and 5.
So that'll set up a very manageable 3rd and 5. You're in 4-down territory. There will be no field goals. You're on the road. You have the lead. You got 2 downs to get 5 yards. That affects your play calling. I'm saying go back to number 25 in white. Try to get him going.
Bethea to the right along with Jalen Quick. Now Bethea slishes over to the left. That brings Thomas to the right. DeFeo on his left hash. Takes a snap, looks rolling to his left against his body, and he's dropped. Dropped the football, but I think they're going to call him down.
Jonathan Havrillack, number 55, is a monster. This is a kid, again, as I mentioned, he's a two-way player of the year in the league 1 year ago, and he basically ran that quarterback down.
So they did give him a gain of 1, so they must have called it a fumble out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to bring their special teams out.
Yeah, I could see how you might want to punt. If they had gained a little bit of positive yardage there, you got 4th and 3, 4th and 4, maybe you go for it. But 4th and 9, you're on their 40, pin them down deep, make them go 90.
So DeFeo, the quarterback, is also the punter.
Well, he's a second-team punter because their punter is injured. So, this could be an adventure.
And we have a stoppage of play and a flag. We have a delay of game against Wissahickon, so that's going to back them up 5.
Yeah, there was confusion in the pregame. They weren't even sure who was going to punt. So obviously they've chosen their quarterback to punt. One thing the D coordinator's got to be screaming is watch the fake punt, because the guy back to punt is the quarterback who can throw the football.
But when you switch it from 4th and 9 to 4th and 14, your chances of a fake are diminished. Here's the snap back to DeFeo, and he punts it. That's a pretty good punt. It drops inside the 10, but it does roll into the end zone. So we'll have a takeover. The Wildcats will take over at their own 20-yard line with 3:25 to go in the first quarter.
Welcome to the beautiful historic Reading Country Club, now open to the public. Play the same course that Snead, Hogan, and Hagen played. Designed back in 1923 by renowned golf architect Alex Finlay, the Reading has 18 championship holes. Now, after your round, just stop on by the Patio Grill for delicious food and a nice ice-cold beverage. Why not book your organization's next outing at the Reading Country Club? Hey, and by the way, check out the weekly exciting leagues. It's memorable now at the Reading. For more information, just check out the website, readingccgolf.com.
This is the year you're going to improve your game. No excuses. And the pros at Blackwood Golf Academy are here to help. With their 23-acre all-grass driving range, full-service pro shop, and computerized swing analysis, Blackwood Golf Academy will get your game up to par. Need lessons? Individual and group instruction with head pro Chris Carr will shave strokes off your game and make you the envy of your next foursome. Blackwood Golf Academy, a country club setting open to the public, adjacent to Blackwood Golf Course in Douglasville.
Well, so far it's been all Wissahickon in this game. The Wildcats take over at their own 20-yard line. We got Reed at quarterback. Grimm next to him. And hand it off to Grimm. And, oh, in on a tackle there, number 28. Quick tackle there by Harry Cole.
Yeah, too much penetration. They're playing football on their side of the line of scrimmage. But the first two running plays of the night, that's O&J's fourth play overall, and we're already down close to inside of 3 minutes in quarter number one. I'm not deterred. I'm going back to my horse. I'm going to give Grimm the ball on second down. I'm going to give Grimm the ball on third down. I am not going to put the ball in the air and risk a turnover deep in my own territory. O&J threw for only 37 yards 1 week ago. If there's one deficiency in this offense, it's the pass game.
Now we have a player tying his shoe as the play clock ran out, and there is a flag. This is going to be delay of game against O&J.
Well, hopefully they'll confer and say, hey, he's allowed to do a double knot, isn't he? My wife tied my shoes before I left tonight, so I don't have to worry about it.
And the officials confer.
Now, we had 6 officials 1 week ago at Upper Perk. This week we have 5.
And they're waving off the penalty, so no flag.
That is great officiating. Just get together, common sense, talk it over. District 1 officials always do an outstanding job.
So we have second 14. I'm sorry.
How about the weather tonight, Steve?
It is perfect. There's the flag is barely moving. That is beautiful weather. This is very, very fall-like. Reed takes the snap. Oh, he's going back to throw. He throws deep. He's got number 6 wide open all the way down to the 42-yard line. 42-yard line for Aston Schrum.
Yeah, Schrum is a senior, and he's proven. He's got sure hands. You know Cashman is your number 1 receiver, but Schrum had 3 catches 1 week ago. That's exactly what they needed to open this defense up a little bit.
So now a little more, few more options now for O&J as they're down at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, now you go back to the freight train.
And we have a stoppage here on the play. Official is calling
a timeout, O&J.
Timeout, O&J. So we will be back with the score 6-0 Wissahickon, 2:13 left in the first quarter.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
We're back here with the score 6-0 Wissahickon, 2:13 left in the first quarter. O&J with the ball at their own 42-yard line with a 1st and 10. And Reed takes the snap and pitches back and off to the right and off to the races. Number 2, Avery Grimm down the sideline all the way to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
Big play for the Wildcats, exactly what they needed. Number 12, Reed, the quarterback, with a sound decision on what's called the down-the-line speed option. And I'll tell you what, Grimm has that extra gear. He's sneaky fast, very shifty runner. It's hard to get hit on him. He just accelerates down the sideline. You know, he's looking like he's a 4.6, 4.5 kind of kid in the 40-yard dash.
And suddenly O&J is knocking on the door, looking to tie this game up. Reed is set. He takes the snap, hands it off to Grimm, goes to his left this time. And he's going to sneak down to the inside the 5-yard line all the way down to the 3. We're going to have 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And, man, I'll tell you, 2 things I loved on that last run. Number 1, he's holding the ball in the left hand, Tiki Barber style, nice and close to his chest plate. Number 2, a lot of running backs would have went out of bounds at the 5-yard line. He plants that left foot, surges ahead, puts the ball all the way down, gets that extra 2 yards.
And that'll set up O&J 3 yards away from the tying score. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Guess who's getting the ball here, Steve?
I will not bet against you, Bernie. Reed under center takes the snap, hands it to Avery, who is dropped. Looks like right at the line of scrimmage, so Grimm dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Wissahickon knows the same thing that we know, but he still managed to get a yard. But you got 3 more cracks from there. You would think the high probability of taking the lead with an extra point. And by the way, I hope they score a touchdown here, because a girl off the soccer team, number 85, Kately Bold, has been chosen to kick extra points and field goals tonight.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. So we see Hunter Rhodes for the first time. He's split to the left. Reed takes the snap, hands it off, and again, Wissahickon expecting Grimm to get the ball, and they were not fooled one bit.
Yeah, that's a run blitz. You send linebackers at the point of attack. The philosophy is to just blow it up at the point of attack. You got to stay on your blocks. Hit, shed, pursue. They're shedding the blocks. Now you got a 3rd down where you got to go to your play chart. You're back to the 7, and they are going to call. It's going to be the end of the first quarter, Steve.
Yeah, they're going to take this down to the other side of the field. So we're going to leave the first quarter with the score: Wissahickon 6, Wildcats 0, but they are driving with a 3rd and goal. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue, or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
Yeah, you want to come away with 7 here, not 3. This is a big play.
Michael Reed takes the ball, rolls to his right. He's looking, and he's got... Oh, no, it's dropped. That is dropped by Avery Grimm, and it's going to set up a 4th and goal from the 7-yard line.
Boy, Reed did a nice job laying it in there. You don't often see Grimm drop a football. He's a very skilled receiver. 1 week ago, penalties and drop passes in the first half cost the Wildcats the game. Now you got a big decision here. You want to take the 3 points. In the NFL, it's an easy decision. At the high school level, it's not a guarantee. You had a field goal a week ago to force double overtime. It was blocked. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They're going to go for it, and I don't disagree with this decision one bit. You can, even if you don't make it, you pin Wissahickon deep. So let's see what happens here. Here's a snap, rolling right again, throwing right, and that is incomplete, knocked away. Real nice knock away there by number 9, Chase Bethea. And so they will give it up on downs. Wissahickon will take over at their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, Reed with not that bad of a throw, one of those 50-50 balls, just outstanding defensive backfield play by Wissahickon. But like you said, now you got to take advantage. Don Shula, the great, I read his book on coaching. He said football is a game of field position, and field position is often predicated by special teams, but it's also predicated on when you got them pinned this deep, you need a 3-and-out, a short punt, start a drive at their 40-yard line.
So we see DeFeo under center. He hands it off to his right, and nobody fooled on that one, not at all.
That's old school Buddy Ryan football. How many are you going to send? They sent 9.
They sent 9, and Kyle Lehman didn't have a prayer.
For the casual fan out there, that's called a blitz, where everybody just goes. No responsibility, and they just enveloped the ball carrier. Now you got a chance maybe at a safety.
2nd and 14, back at their own 4 for Wissahickon. This is where you can ill afford a mistake if you're Wissahickon. DeFeo waiting. Play clock down to 1, takes the snap, throws to his left. That's, I believe, the first time he's misfired all night.
Yeah, he puts a little air under that. He's got a big play to his best football player, number 25 in white, as we stated all along, Lehman. Very good. Now you got 3rd down. Do you throw out of your own end zone, or do you just try to get a running play to get a little more space for your second-team punter to punt out of deep in the end zone?
Yeah, this is a very important play here for Wissahickon. 3rd and 14. DeFeo calling the signs. Snap back to DeFeo, looks to his right, throws to his right, complete, over the middle, 1st down, and much, much more. Tearing down the right sideline and tackled at the O&J 44-yard line is number 10, Jaden Quick.
I hate to be redundant, but pass defense of O&J Roberts has been horrendous in week 1, horrendous in week 2. Somebody needs to come up and make a big play. You need a blitzing linebacker to get a hand in the face of the quarterback. Thank goodness Cashman can run. He prevented the touchdown.
Quick with a 51-yard gain on 4th and 14 from their own 4. Wissahickon now in control at the 45 of O&J. DeFeo takes a snap. Oh, he's going to run it himself. He's going up the middle. Oh, now off to the left. And he's down inside the 35-yard line, down to the 32. Looks like another 1st down.
It's too much. O&J coming out lethargic in this first half. Same as 1 week ago.
So we have a 1st down now at the 33-yard line for Wissahickon, already up 6-0, threatening to make it even more. DeFeo with the snap to Lehman, who goes to his right, shifts to his left, up the middle, 1 man to beat, and he's in for a touchdown. Wissahickon.
Sensational moves. Plant a right foot, plant a left foot, run to daylight, and that offensive line creating an enormous hole, and O&J's defense just seems to be gassed. They look tired. They look just a step behind Wissahickon. Now, here on the chart, you would go for 2. I would go for 2 if I were the coach. Instead, he's going to put the freshman in for his 2nd ever lifetime attempt at an extra point. I don't like this call by the Wissahickon coach. Bruce Fleming, pretty good coach over there in Suburban 1 Conference.
The holder is the quarterback, so we can keep an eye on that. But here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. And it is no good,
Yeah,
wide right.
That's 2 points lost. We'll see if that haunts them late in the game.
So we'll be back with the score. Wissahickon 12, the Wildcats 0.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
An orthopedic institute is more than a name. It's a unique care model based on quality and compassion. Decades devoted to research and clinical trials, the development of new surgical techniques, and physicians who outperform the field. What you get from our institute is more options and more answers. For your orthopedic care, think Rothman first.
New office and 7-day urgent care now open in Limerick.
10-10 left in the second quarter. Wissahickon up 12-0 after 2 touchdowns and 2 missed extra points. They're going to be kicking off from the right hash mark. This is the freshman kicker, Matthew Frankenfield.
I love that. It reduces the field. And again, not to be redundant, but all about analytics. Kicks off the hash mark, produce less favorable returns.
And he kicks it down the right side. Here comes the return by number 3. That's Hunter Rhodes. Brings it down to the 37-yard line.
Good effort out to the 36. Here you go. You know, it's a character test. This team has been in the wars. Coach Kolka has taken this team to the playoffs 3 out of 6 in the last 6 years. You know, O&J football has got a lot of pride in their program. I would expect a response right now.
Well, we'll see what kind of response Reed and Grimm have as they're set up in the backfield, side by side. And looks like a little option play, back to Grimm. We got a flag on the play. Oh, and hard hit there by number 2, Brahim Thomas, excuse me.
That's in the area of offensive holding, and that's a killer. That's a drive killer if it is holding.
And it looks like it is.
O&J is in a funk in this first half. They need to wake up. I would not want to be in that locker room at halftime. You know, the coach saves that a couple times a season. When you're lethargic in the first half, you can peel the paint off the locker room wall. Coach Rick Pennypacker's right down here watching the game. I've been in his locker room at halftime, and you better play well in the second half because you're scared.
Oh, my word.
You're more afraid of your coach than you are of the other team. They need to respond.
And we have,
but now you got 2nd and 20.
Second and 19, they called it a spot foul from the spot of the foul. So they took it, they gave him a yard gain and then backed it up 10 from there. So we have 1st and 19. And we have a timeout by Wissahickon with 9:47 left in the second quarter. 12-0 Trojans.
Havrillack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to jumpstart sales.
Build attendance for an event.
Help people find their way. Fast Signs designed new directional signage.
And got them back on track. Get started at fastsigns.com.
And we're back with the Wildcats down 12-0. Have the ball 1st and 19 at their own 27. Wissahickon has looked very powerful so far today. O&J has not. Reed motions Rhodes in in motion, and he goes, takes it off to the left, cuts inside, gains about 5.
Yeah, Coach Rich Kolka of O&J Roberts, 9 wins, 3 losses in 2017, 8 wins, 2 losses in 2019. This has been a pretty good football team the last few years, competing at the highest level, Class 6A in District 1, as good a football as is played anywhere in the country. And, you know, this is a team that you want to go to the playoffs in November, you better come away with a W tonight.
So Reed behind center, and Rhodes now next to him for the first time tonight. Takes the snap, rolling to his right, cuts inside, and gains a couple yards.
I don't know if
actually,
Reed's
I don't know
hurt,
that he gained a yard. Yeah, that was actually not Reed. That was Will Whitlock.
That was a slow developing play.
Yeah.
Not
Now, okay,
sure
Reed
if-
back in now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Reed was hurt but you know, not one of your better offensive scheme calls there. Wissahickon defense all over it.
That was the backup quarterback, Will Whitlock, on that run. Looks like, I think they gave him a yard. So we're going to make it 3rd and 13. And a stoppage again. And timeout, O&J. So each team with 1 timeout left with 8:27 left in the second quarter. Wissahickon 12, Wildcats 0. We'll be right back.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside. Kept on saying,
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
12-0 Wissahickon. O&J Roberts with the ball at their own 33-yard line. 3rd and 13. Reed at quarterback. Rhodes next to him in the backfield. Reed back to throw. Looks deep. He's got number 13. It's picked off, but it's out of bounds. Number 10 came down with that, Jaden Quick, but he was out of bounds when he caught it.
Steve, what a pleasure tonight to see the cheerleaders, the band, the home side. I don't know if you can see it from our camera angle, but the home stands are packed. It's Friday Night Football is back.
And it's a beautiful night for Friday Night Football. And you know, for anyone that maybe was affected by Ida a couple days ago, you would never know by looking at the weather tonight. So we have the punt here.
Warrenson with the punt.
And picked up by number 2. That's Brahim Thomas. And he returns it to the 35-yard line. We'll be back. 12-0.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Havrillack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Wissahickon called with a holding penalty on that kick return, so that backs them up to their own 25-yard line where it will be 1st and 10. With 8:12 left in the first half, Wissahickon leading by a dozen. And DeFeo who has looked sharp in the backfield, awaiting the snap. Lehman to his right. DeFeo takes it, looks to Lehman to the right. Little screen pass. Lehman turns around, complete twist, and gains roughly 6 yards until he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, take what they give you. You know, O&J has showed a high propensity to blitz the linebackers tonight, attack the flanks, try to take advantage of those people that have dual responsibilities, your defensive end, your outside linebackers, put a guy like Lehman in space one-on-one, and you get 5-6 yards on first down.
Wissahickon at their own 31, 2nd and 4. DeFeo barks out the signals. Waiting, that clock down to 1. Rolling against his body here. Throws a little one out of bounds. Pretty much just wanted to get rid of it there.
Very cerebral decision. You got to know when to take a chance, know when to throw it away, live to play another down. 3rd and 5. You're on the road. You're up 12-zip. Inside of 8 minutes till halftime.
And that will stop the clock with 7:55 to go.
What a pleasure to have these play clocks in the end zone. You see that all over the Chestmont League. It's required, and I know Springford has it, O&J has it. You're seeing more and more of it in our conference.
And it's a good thing they're there. It does remove any doubt from the fans' mind, certainly, what's taking so long. And the play clock is down to 0.
And there better be a penalty.
They will call it. It's down to 0 for a couple seconds there, Bernie. I was wondering what was happening.
Yeah, that was the old pause the play clock.
Pretty funny. You just talked about the play clock. And I'm sitting here, okay, it's 0. What's happening here?
You wonder if there should be an audible signal for that, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's no instant replay. If they miss it, you can't really go back and say, oh, hey, here's 2 zeros showing before they should have some type of an audio sound that the referee, the man with the white hat, can hear.
Well, here at the PCTV Network, we do have instant replay, but not for the play clock. 3rd and 9 now for Wissahickon. DeFeo takes the snap, drops straight back. Now he's going straight up the middle, throws, and it is incomplete.
More penalties.
We'll see what the call is here. It's right on the line of scrimmage. Could be that I don't think he had crossed the line before he threw it. It looked clean to me.
He was close, but the guy who threw the laundry had the angle. That looks like what he's going to call.
And he is going to call an illegal forward pass. So
now, I would decline it.
Yeah.
Make him punt.
We'll see what the coach chooses to do here. And they will be punting, so it looks like it has been declined. We're going to go to 4th down here and 9.
Yeah, I'm not going to give Lehman another chance.
That's a good call by the coach. Good call by Bernie over here. Coach Bernie.
Well, Coach Kolka, I got so much respect for him. His wife, Lori, an outstanding teacher, now administrator in the Pottstown School District, a real leader with vision in that district. And he has come here from Muhlenberg and turned this program around, but he's going to turn this team around tonight.
DeFeo, the quarterback, punts it. Not quite as good as his first punt, but he's going to get a roll out of it. Oh, and it's dropped, and that was kind of a risky play, but Ashton Strum did fall on the ball, and so we'll take over. 12-0, 7:38 to go in the first half.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to create a better visitor experience.
Improve our workflow.
Attract new customers. That's when Fast Signs recommended Fleet Graphics.
Yeah, now business is rolling in. Get started at fastsigns.com.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
So we got 1st and 10, O&J at their own 37-yard line, down 12-0. Looking for any kind of offense to generate here. Quarterback Reed takes the ball, hands it off. Oh, there it is. There it is, down the sideline. Number 2, Avery Grimm for the touchdown. 63 yards for Avery Grimm, 12-6.
He is a big play machine. Number 2 in red for the O&J Roberts Wildcats. Number 2 in the conference 1 year ago. And you get him in open space. He's so deceivingly fast. He turns on the afterburners and takes it to the house. And now we get our left-footed female soccer player, Kate Lee Bold. I'm sorry, she's right-footed.
Right-footed. Kate Lee Bold looking to pull within. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked, and the play is dead immediately. So, 7:27 left after the long run by Avery Grimm. Wissahickon 12, O&J 6. We'll be right back.
Your potential is waiting. Your future is standing by. Your momentum is ready to be set in motion. All you have to do is take the first step. 3 locations, a virtual campus, dedicated faculty, and 50 areas of study. Montgomery County Community College. Apply today and make your own momentum.
O&J kicking off, down 12-6. There's the boot. Backed up to the 10-yard line and bringing it back. It's number 25, Kyle Lehman, to his own 27-yard line. And Bernie, we had a scary moment there during that last stoppage.
Yeah, thank God our prayers were answered. The young man from Wissahickon walked off the field.
Yeah, Chase Bethea was down for a few minutes, and but he walked off the field under his own power and to an ovation from this crowd here at O&J. Good to see that.
He was motionless for 4 minutes.
Yeah. So it remains to be seen if he'll return. But for now, we got Wissahickon with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. DeFeo back at quarterback. Lehman to his right. Rocking back and forth as he's been doing all game. Takes a snap. Back to pass. Looking, throwing, incomplete, right in the hands of number 20, Mustafa Thompson, but he dropped it.
I like the defensive scheme. O&J Coach Koka changing it up a little bit. They normally will sit in that 4-4 or a 3-3 stack, meaning the linebackers are stacked right behind the defensive linemen, but they're playing a little man under with safety help over the top to prevent the big play.
2nd and 10, Wissahickon. DeFeo barking out the signals again. Takes the snap. Straight back. Oh, he's got people to his left and right. He rushes off to his left, sticks it in the other hand, and he's off to the races. Out of bounds at his own 47-yard line. Looks like the 46. And that will be a 1st down for Wissahickon.
Those are the guys that give defensive coordinators nightmares. He's seemingly within your grasp, but somehow he evades the rush and moves the sticks.
DeFeo was surrounded in a sea of red jerseys, managed to work his way out of it and get the 1st down. So we got 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. DeFeo under center, takes the snap, hands it, just as he's being hit. Lehman rocked by number 55, Jonathan Havrillack.
Havrillack is a one-man tackling machine. Easy to see why he was, again, voted the best in the conference, the entire league, as a two-way player 1 year ago.
Wissahickon lucky they didn't fumble that ball. Havrillack almost got there before the ball was handed off. So we have 2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss. DeFeo calling out signals. And he takes the snap. Throws right over the middle. Ooh! Number 2. Raheem Thomas nearly tipped it into an interception.
Yeah, Derek Perry, actually, 27, had his hands on the ball. But, man, I'll tell you what, I love the mix-up. O&J that time went man underneath with 2 safeties on the hash mark to prevent the big play. Now you have a tough 3rd and 13.
6:20 left, clock stopped because of the incompletion. And switching it up, DeFeo. He's back. And, he's rolling, throws, complete to number 13, right near the first down marker. It's going to be close. I think they gave it to him.
Looks like they're going to move the sticks.
It is a first down for Wissahickon.
Man, how many plays can this guy come up with? He has been a nightmare for the O&J defense.
And you got to hand it to Jason Michaels on that, too. He knew where he had to get to. He got right to the sticks. He caught that pass, went out of bounds right at the first down marker. First down, Wissahickon at the O&J 44-yard line, 6:12 to go. DeFeo takes the snap, hands it off to Lehman. Up the middle, sheds a couple tackles, and a first down again. Gain of 10 for Lehman.
Well, you were hoping that the O&J Roberts touchdown would energize their defense. It has not. It has been a really sluggish first half for the Wildcat defense. 6 minutes till halftime. They are going to have to make some major adjustments at halftime, including shadowing number 7.
DeFeo takes the snap, fakes to Lehman, tosses it over to number 24. That's Ronnie Weldon. And he is broken down the sideline inside the 10-yard line all the way to the 6. First and goal, Wissahickon.
Wow. In this era of new age football, the spread offense, the 3-5 defense, the stack, all the complexities of the game, football, Steve, still comes down to blocking and tackling, and O&J's tackling has been horrendous.
First and goal at the 7-yard line after the long pickup by Weldon. DeFeo in no hurry. He takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's going to take it himself. Breaks out to the right again. He's going to take it in for a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. We'll check what the penalty is. It looks like it's going to be against O&J.
Which would really be not a big break, but a semi-big break, because they're probably not going to go for an extra point. If they get a 2-point conversion for something that happened after the touchdown, no, it's holding against Wissahickon.
It is holding against Wissahickon. My apologies.
That's gigantic.
That is. So take the touchdown off the board. It's first and goal, but all the way back now at the 15-yard line. Call it the 17-yard line.
Man, O&J defense looks confused.
And that will be the final timeout, I believe, for Wissahickon was just called. So we will be back. Wissahickon 12, Wildcats 6, 5:29 to go in the first half.
Your potential is waiting. Your future is standing by. Your momentum is ready to be set in motion. All you have to do is take the first step. 3 locations, a virtual campus, dedicated faculty, and 50 areas of study. Montgomery County Community College. Apply today and make your own momentum.
So that was not a timeout call by Wissahickon. Not sure what the stoppage was, but DeFeo takes the snap, throws it back to number 25, and he is in the center Looks like there is a flag on the play. He's inside the 5-yard line, Lehman. We'll check the penalty here.
That's in the area of offensive holding.
And it is offensive holding, so Wissahickon, their own worst nightmare right now.
2 gigantic breaks for O&J Roberts. So they need to feast on this. It's going to be goal to go from probably out around, let's see where he marks the ball, at the 24-yard line.
So 1st and goal from the 24. You heard that right. 1st and goal from the 24-yard line after a couple devastating 10-yard penalties. One of them after DeFeo had seemingly scored the touchdown to put Wissahickon up 18-6. So it remains 12-6. Clock running with 5:10 to go. DeFeo looking for the play call from the sideline. He's got Lehman next to him. 1 left on the play clock. He takes the snap. He throws over the middle. It is tipped and falls incomplete. Tipped by number 51. That's Dominic Franks.
Franks with the blitz just does just enough to bother DeFeo. And he had a man in that soft zone, but good D by the Wildcats.
So that stops the clock with 4:56 to go. 2nd and goal from the 24. DeFeo in no hurry. Oh, that's a bad snap, but he picks it up, rolls to his right. Chasing him, number 43, cannot get to him, and he runs out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 15.
Yeah, Lewinsky does a good job of bothering him just enough. DeFeo deceivingly fast. But again, on your play chart, 3rd and goal from the 15. Not favorable. And again, their kicker is not in uniform tonight, so they're going to take 2 cracks at the end zone.
Wissahickon up 12-6, looking for more. DeFeo with the ball, looking to his left, throwing over the middle, missed number 10. He had number 10, Jalen Quick, wide open, just overshot him.
O&J defensive backfield should feel very fortunate. He was wide open. That just sailed on him. They are just not getting enough of a pass rush here to bother him. Someone in that defensive line has to step up. We've seen through the years how the Eagles go heavy on the D-line and rotate guys in and out. They get tired. Somebody's got to get close to number 7. It's 4th down.
And as Bernie Gallagher alluded, they are not kicking here. They will go for it on 4th down and goal from the 15. DeFeo rolling. He's going to have to throw against his body if he throws, and he does throw, and he throws it out of the end zone incomplete. So Wissahickon will turn it over on downs with 4:36 to go in the first half. It's Wissahickon 12, O&J 6. We'll be back.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
Steve Karabatis alongside Bernie Gallagher. You're watching O&J Roberts versus Wissahickon. 12-6 Wissahickon so far with about 4.5 left in the first half. O&J takes over deep in their own territory after an incomplete pass on 4th and goal. And we have a stoppage, and it looks like the final timeout called by O&J Roberts.
Wow, I don't like that.
So we'll be back. 12-6 Wissahickon.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
We're back here at Henry J. Burnett Field, the Wildcats.
In Wildcat Stadium.
Yeah, Wildcat Stadium, that's right. And the Wildcats down 12-6 at their own field. Snap and a handoff and another beautiful run. Number 2, breaking tackles all over the place. Avery Grimm down to the 35-yard line, first down.
He's just ridiculous. Like, you know, you look at him, he's not the biggest guy in the world, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but nobody can tackle him. He's unbelievable. If I'm a college scout, I'm really taking a close look at this kid. Like, he can play at the next level.
O.J. Roberts with a first down at their own 35-yard line, down 12-6, hoping to get some points on the board. Back to Grimm again. Gain of 5, gain of 10, 15, and pulled out of bounds by number 20, Mustafa Thompson.
You know, I was thinking on the ride in, I'm thinking Steve's going to love this doing play-by-play tonight, because number 2 is going to give you those 3 or 4 plays every game that you get to just blow your vocal cords out, you know. He is so fun to watch.
Yep, he's given me a couple already. And I'm saving my voice for the second half, Bernie, because I know he's got some yards left under him. We're just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Couple big runs so far by Grimm. Handed back to him again. And this time, short gain of, looks like 3.
Love the play calling. There's no way you want to race down the field, although Grimm could do that at any moment. But 3:39 left. We get another timeout on the call.
Yeah, we have a player down, so we're going to take a break here. We'll be back, 12-6, Wissahickon.
An orthopedic institute is more than a name. It's a unique care model based on quality and compassion. Decades devoted to research and clinical trials, the development of new surgical techniques, and physicians who outperform the field. What you get from our institute is more options and more answers. For your orthopedic care, think Rothman first.
New office and 7-day urgent care now open in Limerick.
So we're back here after number 5, Jeremiah Clark, walked off the field, looked frustrated. He's walking up and down the sideline now, looking like he's trying to walk something off. O&J with the ball at the Wissahickon 43-yard line. Grimm with the handoff, and this time nobody fooled. Thrown for a loss in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Well, you got to scientifically, and Coach Koka is a biology teacher, you've got to take a look at your chart now. We do have another injury on the field, however.
We do. This one's for O&J. We'll be back. We'll check on the injury, and we'll be back in just a moment.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
3rd and 9 for O&J as Jonathan Havrillack comes off the field. He was down for a little bit. We'll see what his status is for the rest of the game. That would be a big loss for O&J if he can't come back in.
He's their best football player.
And Reed fooled, looked like he was caught in the backfield, and he will be caught after a short gain of 1. But this will make it 4th. Actually, there's no gain there. It'll be 4th and 9 for O&J.
Well, you got to give the ball back. You need a good punt here for field position. They're going to get plenty of time to run their 2-minute drill. You have played not well tonight. They're going to hear it at halftime. But you're only down 6 points. Amazing.
So barring any kind of a long return here, you should be able to pin them back deep. Wissahickon with only 1 timeout left.
Lucas Warrenson will. Are they going to go for it? Wow, this is a real surprise.
I don't know. Let's see if they do or not. Play clock down to 2. They do go for it. Back to pass. Thrown over. Oh. And little screen pass. Trying to go to Grimm.
I
Couldn't work
am-
his magic there. Yeah, I don't know, Bernie.
I have the highest amount of respect for Coach Koka. He's a fantastic coach, but I 100% disagree with the call. Now, with 2:05 left, you would have pinned them deep in their territory with a 6-point differential. Now you're going to give number 7 and number 25 a chance to go only 50 yards, and suddenly 19-6 isn't so great at halftime.
Wissahickon at their own 40. 2:05 left, 1st and 10, up 12-6. Again, if you're new to high school football, there is no 2-minute warning in high school football, so the clock will not stop at the 2-minute mark. Snap back to DeFeo, and that's incomplete. The clock will stop for an incompletion, though, as number 27, Derek Perry, all over that to break that up.
Yeah, O.J. Roberts 1 week ago passed for only 37 yards, so it's not like you have a high proficiency passing team to go for it on 4th and 9. So again, a real surprise. Let's see if this defense can rise to the occasion and force a punt by Wissahickon.
2nd and 10 from their own 40. DeFeo to Lehman, but the play is blown dead. We have a false start against Wissahickon, so this will make it 2nd and 15.
On the Wissahickon side, they played well tonight, but you only have 12 points. So, you know, O&J is grinding. It's almost, you hear the expression in golf when players are playing ugly but somehow finding a way to score. They're grinding to a 12. If they can go in 12-6 at halftime, I think they win the football game. This is a gigantic drive right here.
DeFeo with the snap to Lehman, who breaks. Oh, he's up the middle. Oh, my word. There he goes, straight up the middle. One man to beat, number 11. He cuts to the right. Touchdown, Wissahickon, 18-6.
Oh, my.
Oh, my is right, Bernie.
Yeah. Lehman, number 25, Division I lacrosse player, great football player, turns on the afterburners. Forget about it. Touchdown, Trojans. Looks like we had offsetting, perhaps unsportsmanlike, or no, against Wissahickon, which means
That'll be assessed at the kickoff, I would think.
referee walking over. The man in the white hat is the head referee. So perhaps a celebration penalty be assessed on the kickoff.
Yep, so that is the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct, but the play stands.
They need to keep it at a 12. You look at the play chart now. This is a big two-point conversion. You know, you do not want them to get a 14-point lead here.
So DeFeo takes the snap, hands it to Lehman, and Lehman, who just ran 60, could not run 3 or 2, and it is no good. So we're with 1:49 left in the half. Wissahickon 18, O&J 6.
Havrillack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Wissahickon will kick off from their own 25-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the 60-yard run by Lehman. Put them up 18-6. 1:49 left in the half. It's been all Wissahickon so far.
This is big here. With that penalty kicking off, Steve, from the 25-yard line, you've got Grimm, one of the deep guys. If they can get good field position, 1:49 till halftime. Now, they burned that timeout a possession ago, which was a killer. Not sure why. On a change of possession, they burned a timeout. But if they can get decent field position, sooner or later, they're going to have to develop proficiency in the pass game. 37 yards a week ago. You got Grimm, the big play machine. How about a screen to Grimm? Something to get that football into the hands of him. They got a talented wide receiver in Cashman. He's not touched the ball much tonight.
Well, illegal procedure has put the ball back to the 20-yard line now. So kicking off all the way from the 20 and booted. It's going to be picked up at the 35, and here we go. And returned across midfield down to the 46-yard line of Wissahickon. So we'll see.
Man, Grimm does it all, doesn't he? I mean, Springford and Perk Valley are loaded again, and they're going to dominate the all-league team as they usually do. But number 2 at the end of the season will get his due as one of the top football players in the entire area.
O&J takes over with 1:47 left in the half. Nary a timeout, but with a big weapon in the backfield. Let's see what they can do to cut into this 18-6 deficit. Reed calls it. Rhodes in motion. And caught by number 88, who breaks a tackle and breaks up the sideline. Breaking away, taken out of bounds inside the 10-yard line is Dan Cashman, but there is a flag on the play.
Well,
Let's see
I
what the
mentioned
call
Cashman. They got the football to Cashman, a big play. But now we have to see. It looks like the penalty is against O&J Roberts. It's coming back.
They're bringing it back.
Wow, 18-13 would have sounded nice at halftime.
That's going to nullify a huge gain by Cashman. Of course, Cashman's huge gain may have been because of the penalty, but this will back it up inside their own territory. So O&J will take over at their own 49, where it will be 1st and 15. When you have a talent like Grimm on the field, of course, he can score from anywhere, but 1:36 to go.
Well, we saw what Cashman can do there. Looked good at yards after reception.
Yeah, he broke a tackle and broke down the sideline. Rolling to his left is Reed. Hits his receiver. Oh, it's Cashman again.
And that'll stop the clock, Steve, because he's going to move the sticks. So you need to hurry up, line up right away. Once those sticks are set, the clock's going to run again.
And they are set up on the left hash mark. They have to wait for the sticks.
Good job by O&J getting set up right away.
Yeah, not much time came off the clock there at all. Reed back, going deep. Oh, he's got him wide open. Wide open. They're going to call him out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Number 6, Aston Schrum, called out of bounds inside the 3, where it will be 1st and goal with 1:09 left.
Gigantic play. Great vision by Reed to locate Schrum. Uncovered up the right sideline. Plenty of time. You have no timeouts, though, because you burned that last one. But you have 1:09. You got 69 seconds.
We got a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line for O&J. After the long gain by Aston Schrum. Has them knocking on the door. Schrum was down for a little bit after the play, but he's up on his own power. Jogged back into his teammates here on the sideline.
Now, if you hustle, you can run the ball 3 times if you hustle.
Reed hands it off to Rhodes. Breaking around, and he is stopped just short of the goal line.
Boy, I
at
thought
the
he got it.
1-yard
The clock
line.
continues to run. This is critical. Line up immediately. That burn timeout is killing him right now.
Rhodes with about a 30-yard run there, Bernie, but only gained a yard on that 30-yard
Thought he either
run.
got out of bounds or in the end zone. I'm surprised.
Yep.
Valuable time burning away.
Reed, he dropped the ball, and they don't have a timeout left. The
They
clock is
better
going to
line
keep
up
running here, so they're
immediately
gonna
and
need to
run
line up.
again inside of 30 seconds.
I think they might actually have to spike the ball here. We'll see if they do that.
I'd
and
say
make
give
it
it
a
to
4th down.
Grimm and take your shot.
Clock inside of 20 seconds to go, and they will spike it and set up a 4th down.
Not a bad play. Now you got 14 seconds. So you're going to have time to regroup, get in the huddle, and give it to number 2. Man, you practice that 2-minute drill every Thursday. Live action. The coaches have whistles. These are the situations you prepare for. Now the clock is stopped. You can line up, and that big hog offensive line, just give a crease for Grimm, and he'll find pay dirt.
And it looks like Wissahickon is going to take their last timeout to discuss this play. This is a huge play, Bernie.
Yeah, you know, you're close enough. I'm trying to see how close. No, you're not close enough to the goal line to run the quarterback sneak, I don't think.
No, they're at the 2.
Yeah, you're 2 yards away.
They're at the 2, yeah.
So you need to give the ball to number 2. And this is, you know, this is what the coaches get paid for. Coach Kolka is a guy who's very strategic. He's very detail-oriented. So, you know, you punch all the information in. You got one shot. You got one of the top players in the area. I am not reinventing the wheel. I'm giving the ball to Avery Grimm.
And we cannot understate the importance of this next play. The difference between going in halftime down by 1 score versus down by 2 scores is it's huge.
Yeah, the momentum you'll garner. Not only will you get yourself to 18-13 or 18-12, but you'll garner all that momentum, all that energy into the halftime locker room. You make your halftime adjustment. You come out and win the football game in the second half. But often games are decided late in the first half. This is a gigantic play.
All right, well, the fans are all standing. 14 seconds left. The clock is not an issue. It's not running. So it will be Reed under center. And he hands it to Grimm, who stumbles and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, O&J.
Oh, baby. Gotta love you, number 2. And the offensive line does just enough to give him some space to find pay dirt. Great call by Coach Kolka. We got ourselves a game, Steve.
You know, Grimm was stumbling, but he would not be denied. He would settle for nothing less than the end zone, and that's exactly what he got. Kicker is number 63. This is Carson Johnson. Kick is down, and they're going to blow this dead. I think they're going to call Wissahickon for crossing the line prior to the snap.
Yeah, so it'll be half the distance to the goal line, a temptation to go for 2 now.
I would think that. Let's see
So
what
you
they
look
decide
at
to
your play
do.
chart. You want to be 18-14 or you want to be 18-13? I'm just going to take the 1 and be happy.
I think so, too. I don't know that it makes much of a difference at this point.
You can decline the penalty because your kicker's so used to kicking off from the 10, but they accepted the penalty, so he's a little closer.
Here we go. Ball is placed. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So it's 18-13 Wissahickon with 9.6 seconds left in the first half. We'll be back for the kickoff in just a moment.
One day these rats were playing in the woods. Wanted some matches and that's no good. Ow! Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Fire. So the gorgeous force is what you decide. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Fire.
It's 18-13 Wissahickon. We have ourselves a game as O&J scores a touchdown inside of 10 seconds left in the first half.
And more strategy here. 9.6 seconds. You want to squib kick it. Do not give them any chance at an organized return.
Carson Johnson approaches the ball, and it is a squib indeed. Caught by number 10 as Jalen Quick. He's still up, still running. Down the sideline, there is a flag on the play as the time expires. We'll check on the flag. If this is against Wissahickon, the half is over.
I sure hope that none of these coaches have any kind of heart condition. Because this is one of those games where it's like the ebb and flow, the back and forth is just crazy.
And it is a holding call against Wissahickon, and that will end the half. And so we go into halftime. What a game, Bernie. 18-13 Wissahickon. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
Steve Karabatis here at halftime of the game at O&J Roberts, with O&J trailing Wissahickon 18-13. And I'm with Dr. Randy Cuthbert, the athletic director here at O&J Roberts. And Dr. Cuthbert, tell us a little bit about how this season's been going in terms of getting sports rolling again after last year's disaster, so to speak.
Yeah, well, last year was tough on everybody. This year there's still challenges. However, it is more normal than it was. I'm excited that we can have a youth night, that we can have elementary nights, that we can include the community and everybody who wants to come to the game. We have a very nice crowd tonight. Yeah, there's still going to be challenges along the way, and everyone just has to kind of navigate it. Things will periodically change, and you just have to adapt. But last year I was proud we were able to run our athletic program for all 3 seasons and give our kids opportunities. So that part of it was great, but you know, it wasn't what everybody wanted, and so it's more normal this year, and our goal is to do the same thing, provide opportunities for these kids in sports, activities, and get the community involved also. So it's exciting, first home game we've had here with a regular, you know, crowd in quite some time, and you know, have a student section back, and it's exciting. So there's a lot of good stuff going. We just have to be careful and make sure everybody's safe and we can continue to operate.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better night to have this game. What obstacles do you foresee? Do you foresee anything that might end up being a little snag maybe later in the season?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that the challenge is just everyone to be vigilant and follow the protocols. And, you know, we have a lot of people in school now, and last year we didn't. So, you know, if there are cases, there's always a danger that there's going to be more quarantines and people, you know, being out, so in and out of sports. So I think that that's something that will continually be a challenge. And, you know, I think when you have everybody back in school, like, that kind of goes with it. But knock on wood, so far we're off to a good start. And, you know, our teams are all starting. Today is the first official play day for a lot of sports. A few started earlier, like golf and tennis. But our programs are going, our kids are involved, and, you know, we're hopeful it's going to stay that way.
Well, you're doing a great job, and I don't envy your position, but it sounds like you've got it under control. Congratulations. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yes, you're the Randy Cuthbert that played for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the 90s. Is this correct?
That's correct. That was a very long time ago. I was a running back, and I think now I probably look more like a lineman, but, you know, it's old age. But, yeah, I grew up in the area, played at CB West. I was fortunate to play for great coaches, Pettin at West and Spurrier at Duke, and, you know, things worked out for me. That was always a dream. Obviously, I would have liked to have played longer, but, you know, same old stories, knees, injuries, all that stuff adds up over time. But, yeah, so it was a really cool experience, and, you know, it was a lifelong dream that came true. So it's a distant memory now, but, you know, it was a great experience.
Well, I'd say unlike a lot of your teammates, you were able to climb all the way to the top of this thing here. That's a lot of steps to climb to get here.
Yeah, it was. I think it was easier a couple years ago. I haven't climbed all the way up here in a while, so I needed some oxygen at the end of it there.
Dr. Cuthbert, thank you for your time. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your potential is waiting. Your future is standing by. Your momentum is ready to be set in motion. All you have to do is take the first step. 3 locations, a virtual campus, dedicated faculty, and 50 areas of study. Montgomery County Community College. Apply today and make your own momentum.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
We're back for the second half. Wissahickon 18, O&J Roberts 13. Wissahickon kicking off to O&J to start the second half. And it looks like they don't have their full team out there. So here we go. The freshman kicker, Matthew Frankenfield, ready to kick off to O&J. Boots it, little squibber. And it's going to roll out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's going to be a penalty.
Boy, the crowd is into it, man. They are cheering on their Wildcats. There is a lot of positive energy in this stadium. Steve, the history of this stadium, back when it was grass, natural grass, going all the way back to the 70s. Denny Laws, God bless his soul. Larry Glansky, he just retired as AD at Perk Valley. There's some good old days under Hank Burnett, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe Edwards took the torch, and, you know, all the way up to the Ryan Brumfield days. Ryan Brumfield of O&J, the number 3 all-time leading rusher in Pennsylvania high school history. Let's see how energized they are to start the second half.
Reed takes the snap, hands it off to Avery Grimm, who is thrown for a loss of 2.
Well, now you got time to just be methodical. Get that O-line, get the big hogs churning, give Grimm the ball. You know, if I'm coaching tonight, he gets the ball 35, 40 times.
Got a 2nd and 12 for O&J at their own 33-yard line. Reed rolling to his right, looking deep, and he overfires number 13, Anthony Villarosa.
Yeah, Villarosa got behind his man. That was a touchdown. Nice call by Coach Kolka. Now you have that precarious 3rd and 12. You look on your play chart. You know, tight end middle screen. Screen to Kolka. Pump and go to Cashman. Cashman, number 88 in red, showed at the end of the first half his athletic ability. So you've got some athletes out there, but it all starts with that offensive line.
Number 5, Lucas Wernson out to the right. Hunter Rhodes, number 3, to the right as well. Reed takes the snap, and it's blown dead immediately. They're going to call delay of game against O&J, so it's going to move it to 3rd and 17.
No excuse with a play clock staring you in the face. The quarterback is so much more than skill ability. It's that look in your eyes, that command of the huddle, the command of the situation. The quarterback is responsible for looking at that play clock every single play.
So lining up with a 3rd and 17 right now, O&J Roberts. Reed takes the snap, and again, blown dead. This time, looks like it's going to be a false start.
Self-destructive drives, penalty after penalty, not the way the second half was supposed to start. It is amazing to me, Steve. O&J has not played well tonight. To be down by only 5 points is a miracle.
I don't disagree with you, Bernie. 18-13 Wissahickon. It could be much, much worse.
3rd and 17, not a manageable down and distance.
3rd and 22, even worse after a couple penalties here.
Just corrected the screen there, yep.
Here's the snap. Looking to his right, and he's going to be pulled down for a sack. Trying to get a number on that.
Yeah, they're just pinning their ears back on 3rd and 22. I thought maybe we want to get them on the run a little bit, perhaps some sprint action. But now you have an important punt here.
That was Jack Pester with the sack there, making it 4th and a mile. Here comes the punt. Down to midfield. And it will come to rest at the 47-yard line where it's touched by O&J, and that is where Wissahickon will take over with 10:05 left in the third quarter, up by 5.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
1st and 10 for Wissahickon at their own 47-yard line. Up 18-13. First drive of the second half for Wissahickon. And DeFeo takes the snap, pitches it over to Lehman. Rolling down the sideline. There's a flag on the play as Lehman gets the first down. We'll check on the penalty. And another flag on the play as well.
A little extracurricular activity over here on the sideline.
Things getting a little chippy here early in the second half.
Yeah, number 20 for Wissahickon talking some smack. Thompson, he needs to shut up. He could hurt his team here.
Well, they're getting him back into the huddle. The call is unsportsmanlike conduct against Wissahickon.
A double penalty against Wissahickon. Sloppy, sloppy play start to the second half for both teams. If I'm a coach, number 20 is coming out of the game immediately. There's no reason to be on the other team's sideline, pushing people into the bench, talking smack.
So what would have been a first down run is going to be nullified here.
That'll go spot of the foul, and Steve, another 15.
This is going to be huge, Bernie. Remember, the play started at their own 47-yard line.
While this is not a league game, it is critically important to District 1 playoff standings. You want to go in the top 16 in the big school division, Class 6A, you need to win your non-league games. This is a non-league game for O&J Robert. They have another non-league game next week. Then they go to Reading to play at Albright College, which will be interesting. But the Perk Valleys and the Springford are down the road.
So they'll take over at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 21. DeFeo takes a snap, hands it to Lehman. No, he takes it himself, makes a cut, and takes it across the 40 to the 41. Pick up a 5.
The advantages of a senior quarterback are limitless. He's got good huddle presence. He can run. He can pass. He protects the football. It just seems like the first guy never brings him down.
He's been very evasive so far today. For the most part, he's been pretty spot on with his passes as well. A few misfires here and there. Playing a very smart game so far. 2nd and 16. DeFeo takes the snap, looks to his left, rolls to his left, throws against his body, incomplete.
He may have thrown that away. That was a wise decision. O&J adjusting their defense a little bit to just keep it simple. They're playing 6 in the box, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. You do the math, they're allowing 5 to play pass defense. They're going man under with some safety help over the top.
3rd and 16 here. We have seen Wissahickon convert on several long 3rd down plays. We'll see if they can do it here again. at their own 41-yard line. DeFeo with Lehman to his right in the backfield. He takes a snap, fakes to Lehman, throws a little screen pass out to 20 Thompson, who rolls down and gets the first down at the 40-yard line.
Inexcusable. Just the play that they ran in the first half, a little bit of a pick action, little quick screen to the right, and the sticks are going to move. So this O&J defense, while they have been somewhat bend but not break, you know, they've allowed 18 points, 8 minutes. They're keeping that OJR offense off the field. Grimm is getting limited touches because of these long, time-consuming drives.
At the O&J 40, 1st and 10, Wissahickon with the lead and the ball, looking to add to that lead. And we have a stoppage on the field. And they're calling a timeout, Wissahickon. Timeout, Wissahickon.
The Carousel at Pottstown, the area's favorite family entertainment destination. Our fully restored 1905 Carousel, providing fun and excitement for the children of all ages. We have a variety of arcade games and classic pinball machines to enjoy. Several different party areas are available for birthdays, anniversaries, corporate events, and more. And you can also rent the entire facility during off hours for your very own private party, with catering and drink options included. We also operate the Manatawny Green Miniature Golf Course, which can be added into your event plan. All right, so for rounds of fun that'll leave your head kind of spinning, visit us at The Carousel at Pottstown, 30 West King Street in Pottstown. Call 610-323-6099 for more details.
It's 1st and 10 from their own from the O&J Roberts 40-yard line. DeFeo takes a snap, hands it off to Lehman. Up the middle for a short gain. Kind of squirted through for a gain of 3. It'll make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it might not have looked like much, but that yards after contact, Lehman, an exciting high school running back, should have been stopped for no gain. Instead, he gets a 3-yard gain.
Coming back quickly, Wissahickon with the ball. DeFeo running up the middle, evades a tackle, breaks to the right side, and tackled at the 22-yard line after a gain of 17 and a first down.
I don't mean to sound overly critical, but both defenses, their tackling has been horrendous. If I can guarantee you, these are two good coaching staffs. When they get back to practice on Tuesday, they're going to do at least 20 minutes of tackling drills every day.
It's not a hurry-up offense, but it's similar to this first drive of the first half. Pitch back to Lehman. Wissahickon kind of running a little bit quicker here. 20 seconds left on the play clock as they're snapping the ball instead of letting it drain down.
Derek Perry, number 27 in red, is one of the bright spots tonight. He just seems to uphold his flank very well.
2nd and 13 at the 25-yard line for Wissahickon. DeFeo takes the snap, rolls to his left, looking for Lehman, and bounced it to him. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Steve, I don't know about you, but I smell those Dallas fries over here.
I knew I was smelling something good here.
I think Gus Tellis has a bunch of them up top here. We're going to have to go up there at the break after the third quarter. What would football down here in Bucktown be without Dallas fries?
They are delicious.
You're talking going back, I'm guessing, at least 50, 60 years. Not that I'm that old or anything.
No. You've heard tell. 3rd and 13, DeFeo rolling left again. Looks almost like the identical play before, but this time it's blown up. Number 56, Gregory Christian. Oh, excuse me, number 50, Brandon Kelly with that tackle.
Yeah,
Let's give
Kelly,
credit
a
where credit's
junior,
due.
6'5", 235 pounds, a stellar play.
And that's going to make it, looks like about 4th and 22.
Now you got to be real careful here. It's a 35-yard line. They got nothing to lose if they do a fake punt, and your quarterback is the punter.
And the high snap, but he will kick it. Booms a high short kick. And that ball's going to roll into the end zone. It may have been touched.
Yeah, that's a muff.
They're going to call that. They're going to call it a touchback. It was
it's
not
a muff,
touched.
which is a touchback. So a real big break for
Wow.
O&J.
Almost midway through the third quarter, O&J takes over at their own 20-yard line, down by 5, second drive of the half. We got a handoff to Hunter Rhodes, who breaks it up the middle for a gain of 15 and a first down.
Good job by that offensive line, getting off the ball low and staying on their blocks. Hunter Rhodes, a junior, 5'11", 165.
O&J with the ball at their 35-yard line. Rhodes again. This time, a yard.
Not sure if Grimm is injured. Number 2, the star player for the Wildcats, trying to find him on the sideline.
Whitlock and Warnson come in. As Lewinsky and Francis McCoy, number 48, come off. 2nd and 9. The snap, and it goes to number 4, Whitlock, and he is tackled behind the line for a loss of 6.
I do see Grimm on the bench, not in the game. One of the top players in the league. You don't wonder if it's a cramp or, the weather tonight has been unseasonably cool, so you don't see as much cramping as you might in an early September game. But if he is not returning, that is a huge loss for the Wildcats.
3rd and 15, clock ticking at 4:40 to go and counting in the third quarter. Reed takes the snap, drops back, looks, throws, incomplete. Intended for Rhodes. That'll set up a 4th and 15, and that'll bring out the punting unit.
Nice interview at halftime there, Steve, with Mr. Cuthbert. Does a great job down here in Wildcat Country.
He does, and he looks every bit of a football player. My word. The man was a monster.
And of course,
standing
the
next
guy
to me.
he took over for is a legend, Don Strock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave Strock.
Dave Strock.
Dave Strock, the brother of NFL player Dave Strock, or Don Strock.
Punt down to the 30, still rolling. This is going to take a great roll for O&J. All the way down to the 22-yard line, where it's touchdown by Dominic Franks. 4:16 to go. Wissahickon 18, O&J 13.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Steve Karabatis here to my right. We got Bernie Gallagher.
I've been called that and other things.
We have DeFeo takes the snap, looks to his left, completed. It's number 13. That's Jason Michaels. Haven't called his name that much tonight. We expected to hear a little more from him, but that one's complete for a gain of about 4 yards actually.
And again, 27 Perry on the tackle. I like the way this kid moves. He wraps up, he grabs cloth, he drives the legs. One of the few good tacklers on the evening for O&J.
DeFeo takes a snap, throws left again. Again complete. Again a short game, but it might be a first down. Not quite.
And again, Perry. Perry just doesn't give you much over there. If they'd be wise to go away from him.
So Jason Michaels a couple of catches in a row there, netting himself 8 yards, makes it 3rd and short.
Another big play.
DeFeo with the snap, fakes to Lehman, throws over to his right. He's got a receiver. It is a first down pending the penalty call here. So that was Jalen Quick with the first down, but we'll see what the call is. And by the body language of Wissahickon, I'd say it's against them.
Yeah, that's an illegal block by the wide receiver.
Which may well be why they got the first down on that play. So this will set them back. And they'll have to repeat 3rd down, but from a much more difficult distance.
Makes you wonder how good Upper Dublin is to beat this Wissahickon team 43-0. This team from Ambler, PA, representing Suburban 1 Conference, they have come to play tonight. And they're 2 skill guys, Lehman 25, and of course their star quarterback number 7, just doing a tremendous job here tonight.
Yeah, DeFeo has looked amazing. He throws to his left. Nice throw, right on the line. Complete and a broken tackle. Coming through the middle, it's number 13 again. Jason Michaels. It's been the Jason Michaels show on this drive so far.
Drive a coach nuts. This is a clinic. You could take the film footage from this game and show it at a coaching clinic of how not to tackle.
So Wissahickon with the ball at their own 44. First down. 3 completions in a row to Jason Michaels with a penalty mixed in there as well. And a fake handoff. DeFeo up the middle. Gain of 12. First down.
Just frustration.
But he's slow getting up.
Injury on the field. Yep.
Aiden DeFeo limping off the field, the quarterback for Wissahickon. This is going to be a serious blow for Wissahickon here with 2:38 left in the 3rd quarter.
If number 7 does not return, O&J Roberts wins the football game. Injuries, such a critical aspect. Now we'll have to see who the substitute is.
Well, it looks like it's going to be number 2. That's Brahim Thomas. He's listed as a free safety and wide receiver on our stat sheet.
He's a senior.
He takes a snap. He hands it off to Lehman, who is thrown for a 1-yard loss. Maybe reached the line of scrimmage, but it looks like they're going to call it 2nd and 11.
The good news is you're not throwing a freshman in there. The bad news is he's not really listed as a quarterback. He's listed as a free safety wide receiver. So gigantic responsibility on the shoulders of number 2 in white.
Y'all, my stat sheet here, Bernie, I got, I showed Julian Perkins, a sophomore, as the backup quarterback. Another handoff here. And again, O&J just reading that perfectly. Loss of 4.
So you see the immediate impact with the exit due to injury of the senior quarterback, DeFeo, number 7. And number 2 on a 3rd and 15. You're going to run that read play again where it's either him or Lehman or one of their quick hitters. O&J has simply not adjusted to the quick hit pick screens to the wide receivers.
And we have a timeout. The official's calling a timeout here for equipment. So yeah, I mean O&J certainly is packing the box, and they should until this young man Brahim Thomas shows that he can throw the pass. Thomas takes a snap, again a handoff up the middle, and gains back what he had lost earlier, but it's going to make it 4th and 10. And decision time here for Wissahickon. I think you got to kick.
You got to punt. I mean, you want to pin them down deep, make them earn it. If Grimm's not in the game, their offense is obviously thwarted a little bit. So now both your punters are out. DeFeo was the second-team punter. So now you have what is essentially a JV punter. They don't even know, and they've yet to send the punter out. So someone is the third-team punter. Here comes number 51.
And that's Max Pester. He is an offensive lineman and a defensive end. Listen, we're back to the 50s here.
You got an offensive tackle in the punt. This ought to be interesting.
Well, before that happens, they're going to take a timeout and think about
Oh, no,
this.
it's a delay of game.
Oh,
actually.
delay of game. Yes, you're right. They're not taking a timeout.
They are in scramble mode with 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is a major advantage for the Wildcats.
Well, you just don't know when an injury is going to creep up, and what a difference it makes when it's a player like DeFeo not on the field.
This kid probably hasn't punted since middle school.
Well, he takes a snap, and here's the punt. That's a pretty good punt. Fielded down at the 17-yard line with a fair catch.
Good job by the punter.
It was. A good kick and a good fair catch by Aston Schrum.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
Start of the fourth quarter, first down for O&J Roberts at their own 18-yard line, trailing by 5. Reed throws to the left. He's got his receiver coming through the middle for a gain of 7. Make it 8.
Man, I like that Cashman, number 88. Every time he gets the football, he just seems to explode, and it does appear Grimm is not in the game. So both teams have lost their best players, so O&J is going to have to step up and rally around their captain and to win this football game down 5 with 11 and a half minutes remaining in the football game.
2nd and 2. Reed takes the snap, hands it off, and that'll be a first down.
Rhodes again will have to fill the gap left by the apparent injury to Grimm.
O&J trailing by 5. Plenty of time left in the game, but as Bernie Gallagher pointed out, one of the major weapons, the major weapon for O&J, not on the field right now. We don't know what the reason is. We've not been told. Reed takes a snap, and it's going to be blown dead here. Flag on the play.
That unheralded offensive line for O&J Roberts, Phobia, Gregory, Havrillack, Carnback, and Kurth, and Sayers don't get enough credit. They are the line that has paved the way for the number 2 conference rusher Grimm a year ago, and a lot of this responsibility to come back and win this football game in the fourth quarter is going to go right to that offensive line.
Offside against Wissahickon makes it 1st and 5 for O&J. Here's a handoff to Rhodes, who fights to get a couple yards. That'll make it 2nd and short.
Yeah, 1st and 5. So very manageable. A offensive play caller's dream. 2nd and 3.5. I'm going up top.
It is 2nd and 3. Wildcats split 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Rhodes in the backfield. Reed with the snap. Fakes to Rhodes. Throws over the middle. He's got number 13 wide open. Breaking down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Pulled out of bounds at the 5-yard line, number 13, Anthony Villarosa. And O&J is in business. 1st and goal.
Great call by Coach Kolka. Villarosa showing good speed after the catch and a tremendous throw by Reed. These are the plays that swing football games in your favor. And again, coming in at 0-1, having lost in overtime 1 week ago, O&J Roberts can ill afford to lose this game. This is a gigantic drive here, and they've got 7 yards to take the lead. Confusion on the sideline, however. They waste another timeout.
And the coach is not happy about that. We'll be back. O&J driving down 5.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
O&J Roberts with a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line, trailing by 5 with just over 10 minutes to go in the game. Without their star player, Avery Grimm, who's on the sideline without his helmet. Here's a handoff to Rhodes. He cuts to the right, looking for the end zone. He's tackled hard at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, despite a stellar block by Villarosa, the wide receiver, number 13, Rhodes is crushed, and he's down on the field. We will have another injury timeout.
This is the year you're going to improve your game. No excuses. And the pros at Blackwood Golf Academy are here to help. With their 23-acre all-grass driving range, full-service pro shop, and computerized swing analysis, Blackwood Golf Academy will get your game up to par. Need lessons? Individual and group instruction with head pro Chris Carr will shave strokes off your game and make you the envy of your next foursome. Blackwood Golf Academy, a country club setting open to the public, adjacent to Blackwood Golf Course in Douglasville.
We're happy to report number 3, Hunter Rhodes, came off the field under his own power, and we're happier to report that number 2, Avery Grimm, is back in the game. And the handoff to Grimm, and Grimm, no call yet.
Boy, I
no
thought
call
he got
yet.
in.
I mean, he's standing in the back of the end zone, so there is a touchdown. Avery Grimm is literally standing behind the goalpost, waiting for the officials to call a touchdown.
Sometimes you wonder what the referees are looking at. The school spirit, the energy from this sideline. The home stance has been amazing, and you lose Rhodes, the second-team running back. You put in your injured star, and he is limping off the field. Avery Grimm with a gigantic run. We have another player down on the field.
So the score is 19-18. We'll be back right after this.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
So attrition. Jeremiah Clark walks off the field for the second time after an injury for Wissahickon. The Wildcats lead 19-18, going for 2. try and put themselves up by 3, or a field goal will only serve as a tie.
Yep, you have no choice. You got to go for 2.
And here we go, the handoff coming across. Oh, no, that's a pass for the 2-point conversion. How about that? Ashton Shrum to Anthony Villarosa.
Unbelievable. A brilliant call by Coach Kolka. Shrum looks like he's going to run. He ends up throwing the ball to Villarosa. That's one of those plays you circle on your play chart. You save it for when it's money time. 9 minutes left in the football game. That could end up being gigantic, because if Wissahickon comes back, gets a field goal, and ties it, then you go to overtime. Otherwise, you lose the game. Amazing. This has been a wild and crazy game.
21-18, Wildcats lead. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this.
Yakalack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Carson Johnson set to kick it off for O&J. Their first kickoff with the lead. 21-18, 9:41 left in the game. There's the kick. Squibber right down the middle of the field, picked up by number 10. He's running up the right side, and he is brought down at the 27-yard line. That is Jalen Quick.
Now that's how you tackle somebody. Colin King with a gigantic tackle. Maybe that'll set the tone for this defense.
And look who's back in the game for Wissahickon. Number 7, Aiden DeFeo, back in the game.
That is bad news. How mobile is he, though?
DeFeo takes a snap. He's going to throw in his first play back. It's intercepted! It's intercepted! Intercepted by number 27, Derek Perry. And O&J with the lead and the ball inside the 20. What a play.
Derek Perry, number 27 in red, has been money all night, a tackling machine, and he shows vision, intelligence, good hands, and makes a critical play in the fourth quarter. Now, there's turnovers and there's points off turnovers. They need to convert right now. Grimm is back out of the game. Rhodes back in the game.
So here we go. Reed takes the snap, hands to Rhodes, who will be brought down for no gain. 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Red zone efficiency directly correlates your one-loss record. They need to burn some clock, stay on the ground, and find a way to get some points. A field goal doesn't do you much good at all, because you could still lose the game if they score a touchdown. You need a 6-pointer right here. This O-line needs to rise to the occasion.
And look who's in the backfield. Avery Grimm back in the backfield.
The drama is unbelievable.
Here's a snap to Reed, to Grimm, who runs to the right. He's inside to the 10-yard line, and a first down and goal for O&J.
O-line getting off the ball, and this kid's vision, his instinct. Some kids are big, fast, strong, smart. They have all the tools, but there's something in your DNA that Grimm has, something in his instinct. He just knows when to slow down, when to speed up, when to go left, when to go right. He is a nightmare for a tackler.
Rhodes out, McCoy in. 1st and goal for O&J. Trying to make this a 2-score game. Handoff to Grimm. And he'll gain a couple.
You know, and quietly, the O&J quarterback, Reed, has managed the game. He's not a prolific passer, but he's not fumbling. He's not turning the ball over. He's got good presence in the huddle. He's executing the offense, and he is directly tuned in with a brilliant offensive mind in Rich Kolka, the head coach.
They called it 1 yard, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 9. Reed with Grimm in the backfield. Goes to Grimm, going to the left. Was not quite able to turn the corner. Got it inside the 5, down to the 3.
Wisely stays in bounds. I love it. Even at the NFL level, it just drives me crazy when guys don't know the situation. You have the lead, go down in bounds and burn that clock. One less possession for Wissahickon. Big play here on 3rd down. You got to believe it's 2-down territory here. You're going for it on 3rd down. If you don't make it, you're going for it on 4th down. This is the football game possibly decided right here.
So Reed ready. Play clock down to 6. Rolls to his right, throws to his right. Touchdown, number 13, Anthony Villarosa. And the Wildcats go up 27-18.
Wow. Reed is money on target, and Villarosa with the soft hands in the corner of the end zone. A huge play for O.J. Roberts. Now you do want to go for 1 here because you want a 10-point lead.
So lining up for the extra point here. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. 28-18, 6:45 left in the game. Wildcats up by 10. We'll be back.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
If you tuned out just before halftime, the score is 28-18, O&J. You've missed quite a bit.
The drama, this is one of the craziest games I've done in 20 years, really. And how about the kicker here, Carson Johnson, number 63, coming up clutch with big extra point. Now he'll kick off also.
A kickoff straight down the middle. Oh, he kicked it, sent number 25 back. Lehman now bring it to the right.
Kicked it to the wrong guy.
And he's pushed out of bounds at the 30, where Wissahickon will take over, down by 10. Wissahickon with a first down at their own 30-yard line, down by 10, 6:38 left in the game. Let's see if DeFeo has anything left. He takes a snap, he's back to throw. He throws over the middle, and it's intercepted again. This one's number 30, and he's going to take it to the house. Number 30, Ned Burgess with a touchdown. 34-18, Wildcats.
Incredible. Burgess with the big interception 1 week ago. Opportunistic, he makes the play. Money for Burgess, number 30, and turns it into a pick 6. The Wildcats playing 4th quarter football. I'll tip my hat to this whole coaching staff and this group of kids. They played ugly for 3 quarters, but they turned on the juice in the 4th quarter.
So here comes the extra point attempt. Snap is down, the kick is up. And the kick is no good. This one goes wide left. So the score is 34-18 Wildcats with 6:27 left in the game. We'll be right back for the kickoff.
An orthopedic institute is more than a name. It's a unique care model based on quality and compassion. Decades devoted to research and clinical trials, the development of new surgical techniques, and physicians who outperform the field. What you get from our institute is more options and more answers. For your orthopedic care, think Rothman first.
New office and 7-day urgent care now open in Limerick.
Carson Johnson getting set to kick off. We've been saying that a lot over the course of the last few minutes here, Bernie.
Amazing.
This 34-18 O&J. Who would have thought this just a short hour ago? Here's the kick. And this time fielded up the right side. And that's number 10, Jalen Quick. Returns it inside the 35, where Wissahickon will take over.
Well, it remains a 2-possession game. If they make that extra point, it's a 3-possession game. So Wissahickon still mathematically still alive, and their senior quarterback, while trying to play hurt, some ill-advised passes. So now you go back to your backup quarterback, number 2, Raheem Thomas, and he appears to be more of a runner. He's listed as a wide receiver and a safety. So odds are stacked heavy in favor of the Wildcats.
Thomas takes a snap. He rolls. This will be his first throw. It's just a short one to 25. Lehman, who fights for every yard he can get, and they're going to give him 3.
Why he would not run out of bounds there, I have no idea. That keeps the clock running. There are going to be some tired young men after this football game. They are sucking oxygen. The guys in the middle, that D-line, those linebackers, they will sleep well tonight. And you better have some ice packs ready.
Well, Thomas back for this snap. Got a 2nd and 7 for Wissahickon. He's going to throw again. Again looking for Lehman. Again has Lehman. First down, gets out of bounds. Clock will stop anyway for the moving of the chains, but it'll stay stopped for running out of bounds. First down, Wissahickon.
Well, he knows one thing that's a good thing for a quarterback to do, Thomas, get the football in the hands of number 25.
So just short passes to Lehman. Gets him a first down, moves the chains. But the clock is their enemy. 5:33 left in the game. Thomas with the snap. Hands to Lehman. Up the middle, spins again. And he'll be thrown for a loss of, it looks like about 1.5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 11, a long 11, a short 12.
And who else but Havrillack again in on the tackle. He is an amazing football player, and as I indicated in the first half, he was the Pioneer Athletic Conference two-way player of the year, the best player in the whole league 1 year ago. He's now a senior.
Snap back to Thomas, again to the right, again to Lehman. Tackled for a short gain. He'll make it 3rd and about 7.
Position coaches just don't get enough credit for O&J Roberts, Jeremy Mellon, Alex Condello, Joe Faust, Ryan Howard, Brian Leister, Neil Jacob, and Mike Frederick. They do a great job.
I've done a great job tonight. We got 3rd and 7. Snap back to Thomas, rolling, throwing again to Lehman. Lehman breaks it, tried to break a tackle, didn't quite get there. It's going to end up being 4th and 3. Obviously, they've got to go for it here.
Unable to get out of bounds. I mean, the kid's a pretty good football player, but that's 2 plays now. He did not get out of bounds, and that clock just continues to burn. And I would be remiss without saying what a magnificent job she has done tonight. The trainer been a little busy tonight, Elizabeth Hoffecker.
She has been. She's been. She's run a 5K tonight.
She will sleep well tonight.
So Thomas here with a 4th down. Any hope that Wissahickon has, they got to convert here. Handoff to Lehman, and he will get the first down. So this will stop the clock while they move the chains. Clock inside of 3:40 to go, 3:38 to be exact.
Boy, you can see why this kid is a Division I lacrosse player. He's just got all the tools. He doesn't even look tired. He's touched the ball probably 30, 35 times tonight.
Thomas directing traffic, getting set for the snap. And he gets it. Again, looking to the right. This time he's going to run it. He's going to get himself, it didn't quite make the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to lose about 1 on that play. 2nd and 11 for Wissahickon.
They're in the hurry-up mode, but they're just so tired right now. The offensive line just sucking oxygen.
Thomas in relief of Aiden DeFeo, who looked brilliant in this game until a run up the middle for a first down resulted in him coming off the field limping. He missed a series or two, and then they brought him back in as we have a false start on number 20. That's Thompson. Came off the field, missed a series or two. Came back on the field, Bernie, threw a couple passes. Didn't look like he had any power behind the throws.
Yeah, and he made a mental mistake on that last pick 6. O&J was lined up wrong in their defensive secondary coverage. He chose the wrong guy to throw the football to. So, you know, the kid's a warrior. I give him a lot of credit. But sometimes mental mistakes can cost you the football game.
So we have 2nd and 16 for Wissahickon. Clock ticking down. Handoff to Lehman. And he is going to be dragged down by a litany of red jerseys. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, they're going to need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. And, Steve, we're going overtime.
I'm not going to say that I'm going to walk home from Pittsburgh if this game goes overtime, but I would walk a long way if this game goes overtime.
I just had my second cup of coffee, and Gus has extra tapes. We're good.
And here's a pass. Oh, and we have a flag on the play on the back end of that pass.
Oh, baby.
And we're going to call a personal foul here against O&J for the hit on Thomas. I believe they called Havrillack for that. And this will result in a first down. But with under 2 minutes to go, I don't see much hope for Wissahickon.
Yeah, you got to keep a cool head. The players are well coached. They know that if you get a second personal foul, you are ejected from the game, which means you will not play next week.
So Thomas with a first down at his 35. A little sloppy there on the snap, but it is handed off to Lehman, and he does find a hole, and Lehman is off to the races. And they're not going to give it to him. He is down inside the 1, though he did touch the pylon.
That's going to burn some time, although he did get out of bounds. It stops the clock. This game's not over yet. They get a quick touchdown here and a 2-point conversion, an onside kick. Lehman's explosive enough to do it again. I was joking about the overtime. I think they need to score on first down here, though.
Clock is running, 1:40 to go. Snap goes to Thomas, another high snap. Handoff to Lehman, puts his head down, charges forward. If it's up to number 20 there, it's a touchdown, but it's not up to number 20. Thompson is not the official.
They're not going to give him a touchdown. That's
did
big.
not.
That's a great job by the OJR defense.
Well,
and
we saw earlier,
seemingly unaware the clock is running.
we saw earlier Grimm had to get all the way to the back of the end zone before they gave him the touchdown. So
just run up and run a quarterback sneak.
So 2nd and goal. Thomas with the snap again to Lehman. This time he's going to the right, and he spins and he's in for the touchdown. Wissahickon 34-24, and okay, Bernie, here's that 2-point conversion you're talking about.
There you go. It's not over till it's over, as the great Yogi Berra said. And we've seen some wild and woolly games down here, especially on Thanksgiving. I was fortunate enough to be involved in some of them as a coach. So what becomes an enormous two-point play here.
And because it's so big, timeout taken by the Wildcats.
I like that. That's a great job by the defensive coaching staff. Settle down. This is what we expect. If we stop them here, we pretty much win the football game. The second half. So here you go, Steve. One play will ultimately decide this football game. Because even if they don't get it, even if they onside kick, touchdown, two-point conversion, they'll lose by 2.
So Wissahickon coming in, needing this two-point conversion, and then we'll worry about what happens after that. First, let's see if they can convert on the 2. Backup quarterback Brahim Thomas in relief of Aiden DeFeo. Takes the snap, hands it to Lehman, who will not get out of the backfield, and that should wrap it up, Bernie.
And who else but Havrillack in on the tackle.
So we'll be back for the final minute of this game. Wildcats 34, Trojans 24.
Your potential is waiting. Your future is standing by. Your momentum is ready to be set in motion. All you have to do is take the first step. 3 locations, a virtual campus, dedicated faculty, and 50 areas of study. Montgomery County Community College. Apply today and make your own momentum.
The freshman Matthew Frankenfield about to kick an onside kick here. See 10 Wildcats.
He's going to do the old soccer crossover to the right.
And there it is. And they're going to actually blow this dead. He tried to hit it hard off of one of the players, but they're going to blow it dead.
Not feeling that. Yeah, he got that whole large area of the field to deal with. Wissahickon had 6-7 guys over there. Unlike the NFL, you can bunch some guys over there. They got a lot more space. But good job by the hands team of OJR.
This will be kicked again, though, as the play was blown dead prior to the kick. It will be set back 5 more yards, of course, for the penalty.
Wissahickon will go back. It looks like they'll be 0-2. Going back to, they'll play Methacton next, another PAC opponent. I looked up what Wissahickon means.
What does it mean?
It means Catfish Creek.
I never knew that.
And the Wissahickon was overflowing yesterday with that flood. Well, 58 seconds left, Steve, and it looks like it's going to be genuflect time.
Yeah, Raymond Bolger came up with that ball, and that should do it. Should be a matter of a couple snaps, a couple kneels, and this game will be over and history.
People will look at the score tomorrow, people that were not here, and they'll say, oh, ho-hum, 34-24, OJ won by 10. And they have no idea what a fight this was.
Yeah, this was totally the opposite direction. And can't relay again how important that touchdown was just before the half to cut
Absolutely.
a two-score deficit to 1 for O&J. So it'll be one more snap, and this game will be history. The final score will be the Wildcats 34, Wissahickon 24.
Again, thanks for the hospitality here at O&J. Everybody's vaccinated. You people out there, please get vaccinated. Let's defeat this thing. And really enjoyed working with you tonight, Steve.
It was great working with you, Bernie. As we watch Reed kneel, and we watch the final seconds tick off the clock.
Wildcats coming up money, baby. Big win for O&J.
It's official. O&J Roberts 34, Wissahickon 24. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment.
Havrillack Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
There once was a haunted house. People said they had heard voices, but no one dared to go inside.
There's a place for wood in your backyard. We recommend the Fire Pit. For looks and performance that outlast a wooden deck, make sure your next deck is built with Trex, engineering what's next in outdoor living.
Your Trex expert is A.D. Moyer Lumber. admoyer.com.
Steve Karabatis with Bernie Gallagher here at Henry J. Burnap Field, Wildcat Stadium, where we have just watched an incredible game. O&J Roberts pulling it off 34-24. Pulling it off, I say, because, boy, this Wissahickon looked really good early on.
Wissahickon comes in 0-1 after getting thumped by Upper Dublin 1 week ago, 43-0. I think a lot of people, including myself, on paper expected an easy victory tonight. Somebody forgot to tell the Wissahickon kids that. DeFeo, their quarterback, Lehman, their running back, who's also a Division I lacrosse player, they came to play. They're going home on a long bus ride, sore, battered, depressed. They moved to 0-2. They have another pack opponent next week in Methacton. But I'll tell you what, even though they come away with the loss, I got a lot of respect for that team. They came in and gave O&J all they could handle.
It would have been an interesting game if DeFeo would have been able to stay healthy, to wonder how it would have turned out. Of course, the injury bug bit O&J as well, and they managed to pull it off despite the injuries.
Coach Koka has a resilience about his personality, and the players reflect that, the head coach's personality. This was a knockdown, drag-out, heavyweight fight, back and forth, the ebb and flow. It really looked like at the end of the momentum in the first half, O&J was going to lose tonight. And then critical play after critical play, penalties, turnovers, and then one play that just symbolized the whole night was when Coach Koka, on a 2-point conversion, he runs a reverse to Schrum, who then stops and throws a pass to Villarosa, and that just seemed to turn the tide. You could feel the momentum switch, an incredible home crowd with school spirit, and then Grimm, one of the top players in the league, goes down from injury. Rhodes goes in, does a nice job. He gets hurt. Grimm comes back in on one leg, scores the touchdown. Reed, their quarterback, managed the game. Havrillack, one of the top 3 players in the league. Just an amazing night of football. I've been doing this almost 20 years. This is one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. Sensational job of coaching by Coach Koka, and I really tip my hat to O&J Roberts.
And you know what, Bernie? It's early September. We got a whole season of this to go yet.
Absolutely, and it's going to be tough to beat one. We'll look back on this season and say this was one of the wildest, craziest games we did in 2021.
Well, it was a pleasure calling this game with you, Bernie, and I hope to do many more with you in the future. For Bernie Gallagher, I'm Steve Karabatis. You've been watching the PCTV Network. Have a great day.